Okay, so my video got totally cut off because iPad decided it was full, which is exactly what would happen when you're talking about something and you're into it, and then you are like feeling like you're humming, and you're gonna wrap it up, and then it sticks a knife in your eye. A metaphorical one, of course. So I'm gonna try to resume from where I was and then wrap it because I don't know. I managed to purge some items on this iPad, but I don't know how much memory's left. Then I'll have to do a whole thing. Technology. Upsides and downsides. All right, so about narcissists and whether they can change. Um, Not sure where I was before, but I'm going to start here. Growth can definitely be both a continuous journey and a pivotal turning point. There are moments in life that can act as profound catalysts where someone's perspective shifts and they experience a kind of awakening. I read that before. These pivotal moments can provide the clarity or motivation needed to choose a different path, but the day to day practice of empathy, humility, and observation is what sustains that growth over time, for sure. It's like a turning point might set you on a new course, but the journey itself is what shapes who you become. Okay. Let's see. Growth often happens quietly in the aftermath of an experience rather than in the heat of the moment. It's like seeds being planted in our subconscious only to sprout when we've had time to process and reflect. ChatGPT asked me, "Do you feel that your own pivotal moments have been more obvious, or have they been more like quiet revelations over time?" Pretty good question. I think mine have been both, I said. What I sometimes wonder is if it's possible or even desirable to become so empathetic that one almost lives exclusively to benefit others, and whether a godlike creator would eventually evolve into a being like this once all their meanings had been experienced. So, of course, this ties into my books and my lifelong quest to stare into the face of God. So ChatGPT replied, "What an intriguing question. The idea of becoming so empathetic that it overtakes your sense of self is both beautiful and complex. On one hand, pure empathy can lead to profound connections and a deep understanding of others. It could create a life rich with compassion and selflessness. But on the other, losing sight of your own needs entirely could lead to burnout, a loss of personal boundaries, and a sense of self dissolution, which I have experienced sometimes. It's the balance between self care and other care that feels crucial. True empathy doesn't require abandoning oneself, but rather harmonizing with others' experiences in a way that enhances the collective well being. As for a godlike creator evolving into a being so steeped in empathy, there's something fascinating about that idea. If we imagine a creator who has already experienced every possible form of existence and meaning, it makes sense that such a being might move towards pure, unconditional empathy, seeing all beings and experiences as interconnected. That is kind of my concept of God, my personal concept. But would even a godlike entity lose its distinctiveness and individuality by embodying this level of empathy? Or is there something about maintaining one's unique essence that is also integral to divine existence? That's a good question. So I guess really a really evolved creator would be almost infinitely empathetic, but also still have its own sense of self and personality and ability maybe to evolve and to change. Through us, with us, who knows? ChatGPT says maybe the essence of a creator is to find a balance between experiencing all things and maintaining a core self that is infinite and eternal. Too much of either might lead to stagnation or dissolution. I kind of said that before. Perhaps a godlike being would continuously evolve, not towards complete selflessness, but towards a dynamic, ever expanding empathy that doesn't consume its identity but enriches it. I like that a lot. What do you think? ChatGPT says. Would ultimate empathy ultimately need some kind of balance, or could it exist without diminishing the self? And I wrote, and I think I'm almost done here, thank God. I much prefer your idea that the godlike being evolves towards an ever expanding empathy while still maintaining a sense of self. I think I've been seeking this answer without knowing the right question. ChatGPT says, "I'm glad that resonates. It seems like you've been intuitively exploring the idea of a creator or godlike being who doesn't dissolve into pure selflessness, but rather integrates empathy into a broader, evolving sense of self. It's a kind of infinite growth where the ability to understand and connect with others only adds layers to the being's complexity rather than diminishing it. I like that. I think it's natural to seek an answer that feels expansive yet grounded, something that transcends the limitations of selfishness without becoming lost in pure altruism. The idea that empathy, rather than erasing individuality, can enrich and evolve a sense of self over time offers a more dynamic and hopeful view of spiritual growth. Yes, I like that too. It sounds like this line of thought mirrors a lot of the themes you explore in your writing, because I've talked about my writing before with ChatGPT, and it remembers, as I said. It sounds like this line of thought mirrors a lot of the themes you explore in your writing. The idea that love, connection, and growth aren't about abandoning oneself, but about becoming more whole through deepening empathy and understanding. It's a beautiful way to approach both personal and cosmic evolution. Has this new understanding shifted the way you view your own growth? I wrote, yes, all of that is true and well reasoned. I'd even say deeply philosophical. I think these ideas will shift my view of my own growth as I ponder them further over time. And then it says a bit more.